Well, hi everyone, it's Jane at Velocity Vet 08, and I am so happy to bring you finally the finished Altered Doghouse with the mini album that is a SaCrafters design team project. I think this is, I loved my Christmas house that I did. It has so many details and I look at it and I love it, but I think I love this one just as much, if not more, and I think the reason being is because this is so personal. The Christmas house could be in anyone's house. This particular project could only be in our house, and I think that's what makes it so special. I know I've said a lot, if you have a dog or a pet that you love, this is just a must-have piece. It is very personal, and I am so glad that I made this and will forever have it to remember Tupelo by. No matter if he lives another 10 years or he lives another 5, no matter what happens in his future, I will always have this to remember him by. And he's brought us such joy and such love in our life that it's awesome to do this, kind of a dedication to him. So let me show you everything. I know I've been working on it along the way. Some of you have not ever seen it at all. So I'm going to start from the very beginning because, of course, some people watch the process videos and some wait for the finished video. Essentially, this is a house that SaCrafters Saw is making in her store. And it comes with the roof pieces and, of course, all these pieces that you see here to make the house, and, of course, the flat piece that it sits on. The roof on this one, which is different than the Christmas house I did or the other, just regular house, this one is designed for you to be able to make a mini album and hang from it, to hang inside. You don't have to do it that way, but it does not come with the tabs to snap this on like the other house does. So it's just sitting here with the book hanging from it. Now, if you choose to just like do a book and set it inside or something like that, you can simply just hinge these, glue one side down so that you can, open it and look inside. You can do an album and hang, put rings here to hang it by. I'll show you how I did mine. There's a lot of different ways that you can do it, but that's how this book, one of the big differences between this house and the other house. And then, of course, it's got the arched entry like the dog house, and then it comes with a dog bone. And if you put in the comment area when you buy it, your pet's name, Saw will engrave it on here. If you don't put anything in the comment section, you'll just get a blank dog bone. So you'll still get it. It just won't be engraved with your pet's name. And then I'll show you as I go along pieces that I used from her store. The first thing that I did with this was I started painting it. I ended up I started with kind of a different shade of blue, but I ended up going with the turquoise, which I really, really liked. After I got done painting all the sides inside and out and everything, I wanted to make the sides, and I just wanted to make it a little bit more interesting. And so I used one of Saw's masks, and I'll show you so you can see the side. And see the... you can see it looks almost, it's like brick that goes this way instead of straight across. And I did that on all 4 sides, and it's shaded darker and lighter in different places. And that is, whoops, didn't mean to knock it over. It's shaded different ways along the way because I did it with an ink pad. And so I wanted it to just be shaded in different ways just as I went along. So that's what I did with all 4 sides. And then I used another mask that I had now, and let me tell you, Saw has so many great stencils out there. I know that we focus a lot of times on the wood that the wood pieces that she makes, but she makes amazing stencils and they're very reasonably priced. And I wanted to just kind of focus on that on here so that you could also, you know, just see that these stencils are just great items to use as well. And then I just did this one that was kind of a flower stencil, and I just did bright yellow. I just really wanted to have some fun with it, and so I did a real bright yellow paint, and I did it very heavy. This is actually a paint, it's a dimensional paint for outdoor use, and it was actually gifted to me from Bridget from Bees Altered Designs. Bridget, thank you for that, because it came in handy and was actually just perfect for this project. And it's very textured. I love the way it feels. And then I sprayed clear very heavy on the whole thing, so it's very shiny, and I just love, love, love the way that looks. I did, Tupelo's name is actually right here, the letters itself were done with a embossing powder. And I painted it a very thick white. It was like a heavy body paint. And then I put clear on it. And I used my Lisa Pavelka clear. And I used my UV light to get it to harden. So it gave me a really hard, nice shine to it. As far as on the outside, this is one of Saw's new butterflies. It's not a new butterfly, but it's new in wood. It's been in chipboard, and she's making it in wood now, so that was awesome. I got one of those, well, a package of them. They come with 4 in a package, and I painted it with a crackle orange, and then I glossed it over the top and put a little piece of bling on it. And I really think that that looks really cute there. The paper that I ended up using was a Bow Bunny paper. And I used the entire 6x6 pad. I just used it up on that when you see the album that I did, and I wallpapered inside with it. And I think it was called Ambrosia. And then I used, it's called a thumbprint punch, and it's made by We Are Memory Keepers. And I just punched and punched and punched a whole bunch of little pieces. And what's really nice is Saw cuts these roof lines with this little scalloped edge, and it's perfect for that little thumbprint punch. And you can just, you know, no pattern at all. I just punched them, and then it just made for a beautiful, colorful roof, which I absolutely love. And then this piece on the back is also from her store. She sells these like little banner flags, and they have different words on them, like this one says laugh, and I have another one in my album that says family, and they're just really sweet. So they're great for scrapbooking, crafting, layouts, all kinds of different things that you might want to do. So super, you know, just really handy type pieces to have. I would take a look, if you go out there and you're, you know, going through your cart and doing everything, take a look at some of the sentiments she has. She's got some great you know, different typewriters. She's got hearts. I'll show you. I used one of the hearts in here. She's got those flag banners. She's got lots of different extra pieces that really make your project complete. I always talk about Saw's store being kind of a one-stop shop, but it takes a little time to go through all the different categories. But you'd just be amazed at all the things that you'll find going through them, because she has so much stuff. And her flowers are still on sale, guys. On the outside here, I did paint, this is called Mississippi Mud, the brown color that I used. It went really well with the paper and so forth. And then this is a greyhound that I found on Etsy. It was made by kind of a clay artisan person who put this all together. It was actually like 5 different mold pieces, and she had to assemble the legs to it, and it really was a project. It's a beautiful piece. It's like a little piece of china. And I mean, it was really special. I would like to have found something, of course, that was his coloring, but the only thing I found that was his coloring was kind of cheap, and I didn't want to use it. I put down some kind of mossy stuff to look like grass. And then over here, I found a little, like a little miniature hanger. You can see that. And I got a little miniature leash and collar. And that's just hanging over here. And of course I had to hang his little king crown, because, you know, he's Tupelo the king. We always joke about that. Myself, as well as some of you all, have made jokes about him being the king. And I think he truly is around here. So that, I just have that hanging there. I thought it looked real cute. And then another item Saw made was tiny bones. And you get 9 of them in a pack. and they're just absolutely darling. And so I took my little bones and I wrote milk bone on them. They're glossy. They were done with crackle paint and then glossed over with my 3D crystal lacquer. It may be a little hard to read it on this one, but inside you'll be able to read the other ones when I take the roof off. It has a little fire hydrant right here. And of course he has all kinds of toys. So I made a little jute rope play toy and I glued it there as well. And he's got more of those inside the house because, you know, he has like 60 toys now. So we had to make sure and put lots of toys in the house. But I thought this was just so fun. And I just love the coloring. I mean, it, you know, and the design. I mean, it's just, I just can't tell you how happy it makes me just to look at it. It's cheerful and it's bright and it's fun and it just reminds me of my boy. So here is the removable roof, and my book got kind of tight in here because I added all my pictures and everything, so it's a little snug fit, but it's fine. And part of what makes it a little snug is that Tupelo has some photos now in his house. So, and I'll show you before I go through the book. I'm going to show you a little bit about inside Tupelo's house, because you know he's proud of his house. So just from this angle, you can see he's got a couple of photos up there now. And they are, let's see if I can zoom in for you so you can see them. One of them is, you see that? It's a greyhound racing. And then the one over here is 4 greyhounds racing, coming at you. Now those frames, sorry about the wiggling it around, those frames are from Saw's store as well. She made these great little frames. I love them. And so I just used them, and I used some gloss inside here, and I just printed those off of my computer. I just painted some pink crackle paint around there, and I just think that they're darling. And you get a ton in a package as well. I mean, with Saw, she is so generous. They're very inexpensive, and you get like 8 of the big wood round ovals, or big ovals, and you get like 8 smaller ones, and you get like 8 frames. I mean, you get a ton of pieces. And then you can see I wallpapered inside there. And then on the floor in his house, I'm going to kind of show you this way. That's his rug for laying down because he loves having rugs. So he's got a rug, and he's got a bed, and he's got a couple dog bones in there. And they say milk bone on them as well. Let me see if I can zoom in and get the lighting okay. Let's see. Can you see how they say milk bone? It might be upside down looking at it, but you can at least see how it looks. They're so cute. And then with the toys and all that, it's just darling. And you can see inside here, let's see if I can kind of, yeah, we're all the way out. Okay, good. And we have, I'm going to hold it up here, he's got his dog food and his water bowl and his food bowl. So he's got all the comforts of home inside there. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in there with your photos and everything that you need? And you're ready for a walk when you want to go, so you have it all. And you can play when you want, you're outside, you got your fire hydrant. I mean, you know, it's quite the life. Got a little butterfly that landed to stop by. So that is Tupelo's house, and I just think it turned out adorable. Like I said, if you've even like been on the fence on considering making one of these, oh my God, you guys go do this. And when you see this album, you're gonna be like flipping. It's just so darn cute. First off, as you know, the roof is the covers. So, you know, it has a funny little fit to it, but that's okay because it's the roof and it's just, I love it. And the way that I did the binding on this one was I used my Bind It All. And I'll show you what I did. It's a paper bag mini, and essentially I just used the small paper bags from Michael's in the blue. They're like a blue color. And then what I did in this seam of the bag over here, I just put a piece of Hawaiian blue, I think it's Hawaiian something, paper tray ink paper in here. And I just score taped it on each side and put it inside the bag. And then I had these little tabs. and I just did each bag. I did 6 bags that way with a tab on each one. And then I also made a larger tab that's underneath here, and I went ahead and clamped it up in my Bind It All, and then I took the bigger page that I had left for here and also for the back, and I adhered it to the roof pieces, and I just laid them down flat and adhered them on. And then I put designer paper on top of each one to hide it, and I ended up with a nicely bound book. I mean, it's just, I love it. But again, if you don't have a Bind It All or a cinch, you could also do rings and just have your tabs come out, and then you would just punch holes here, you know, 3 holes across. Saw sells the rings in her store, and you would just have the 3 rings here to hold it together, and it would work beautifully. It would work just as well. I just decided to try it this way, and I like the way it looks, but there's options. It doesn't have to be done that way at all. And of course, this is a greyhound charm that I had to put on there. These right here are letters that Saw sells in her store, and these spell out Tupelo. Now, I just want to chat with you a minute about these letters. I always talk about this. She sells these by the letter, so you can't buy an alphabet full of these banner letters. I am in love with these letters, and I am using them for everything. And at first, I didn't like the idea. I was like, I want to buy just the alphabet with some extra vowels and a few extra letters, and it would be cheaper. But in the long run, it's not the way to go. I love buying them by the letter because I have like 10 or so of each letter, and I am just accumulating them. Like I bought the ones to spell out Tupelo, then to spell out love. Well, then I only needed, you know, a couple of the letters because I have Tupelo. Then I wanted family, so I got the letters for that. And you find that you're like, well, I already have L's, well, I already have E's, and you know, you end up just buying a few, and before you know it, you accumulate your alphabet of most of the words that you spell, and whenever you want to do it, you have a whole bunch of them. I mean, you have like 10 E's and 10 O's, and it really is a really good way to go. I love it. I'm hooked on doing it that way now. I would rather do it that way than buy a full alphabet. This is from her store as well, and this is what I was mentioning about the different types of sentiment things that she has. These are so darn cute, and I just used chalk ink on these and then glazed over them and put a little piece of bling there. And then this is a stamp that I got, and I just embossed it on there. And then a book is not complete until it has pictures. I love minis with pictures, so I'm going to share the pictures with you guys. This is when I first got Tupelo. I am no longer brunette. I don't know what made me go brunette because I've always been a blonde, but I did, and so this was literally within the first week that he became our part of our family, and it took Tupelo almost a little over a year to really believe that this was his home. He did not really believe that he wasn't going somewhere from here. He, in his short 2 years, had lived about 6 places. And so for him to find his forever home has been a gift for him. It's a gift for us to have him, but it was a gift for him to find a home that was for him. And even to this day, if we go to like my mother-in-law's, when it's time to leave, he's like right there in our hip pocket because he wants to make sure he's going in the car with us. So this was in the first week, and I also have on the tag here, this is, I know you guys have seen this picture, it's one of my very favorites, and I had to put this on the tag. And then on this side, this is a picture from it's like early days as well with Tupelo, and this is him and I at a park here called JB Park. My husband took that picture, and it's just a real sweet picture. I like it of him and I don't have many pictures of just Tupelo and I. And then back here, this is a picture. This is so funny. I know you guys have never seen this. This is his pink blanket that I talk about, his big fuzzy pink blanket that's in my husband's room. That's his bed in Daddy's living room. So I had to include that. And then I just filled in notes and stuff on here about the pictures. So really fun. This is a picture, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this either. He got this bone at a meat store that was over in Waterloo where my mother-in-law lives. And he was so proud of this. He was showing it off. Let me show you this as well. He was showing this off in the car. It was hilarious. It was so funny. He was showing it off in the window. He didn't chew on it for a long time, but he did a lot of showing it off. And then this is him. This is what he looks like when he sleeps. Is that not scary looking or what? But this is him sleeping. And this is like normal. This is it. It's frightening looking. So yeah, so some funny pictures and things that I want to have as keepsakes, you know, for him. And then here's just a cute little picture. This is like, where's somebody get my ball for me? Because his ball had gone under the fence. And so he's always looking like, come on, somebody help me. So, and again, just, you know, notes and stuff about the pictures. Here's another one of the pieces from Saw's store. It says family, one of the little banner pieces, and I thought that looked real cute there. This is a really cute picture as well. This is Tupelo, and this is Robin. Robin was a foster dog at the time, and we had taken Robin to a huge big Greyhound annual picnic that they have here in St. Louis. It's a huge deal, once a year, and they have a parade for all the foster dogs in hopes that somebody will spot one that they would like to adopt. And Robin didn't have a ride to the picnic, and so we gave Robin a ride, and we took her through the foster parade so she could hopefully find a forever home, and she did. And so that was awesome. But on the way home, they pretty much crashed out together in the back of the car. They were really, really beat. It was a big day for them. So kind of fun. And then this is Tupelo with the Easter Bunny. And then this is his latest Christmas picture. And this is, I know, a picture you guys are familiar with because I used it on the little album that I made with Saw's, was it the hearts or no? I think I used the ornament one. Yeah, I think I used the ornament one. She made a few of those. They were so neat. And then over here on this side, no picture on this one. So, and then just some notes. This is a funny picture. This is, my husband always plays with him when he comes home. So he was laying on the floor and they were just playing together. So it's kind of fun. Let me tell you what, it really touches my heart to see them playing together. It's just so sweet. And here they are playing ball out in the backyard. And then here's more. My husband was like throwing the ball and letting it hit the wall. And then he was catching it and jumping for it when it would come off the wall. It was really kind of cute. And then here's a little picture. I know you guys are familiar with this too. You know how Tupelo loves the leaves. So there he is in his pile of leaves. He loves them. And then this is a lot more playing. I thought this was cute. It's kind of like a little offering. I thought that was really sweet. You can tell Tupelo's already been playing because his tongue's hanging out. And then here he is digging, looking for that ball. I thought that was really cute. And then nothing on the back of it. We're getting, I left some space, you know, to add some pictures as, like, you know, time goes by, of course. And more things, you know, that I want to have pictures of. And I don't think there's one behind here, but there is this one here, and there's one other that I want to show you guys. This is just him, and this is really kind of like, he likes to keep his toys close. So just kind of a cute long-legged picture of him. I like that one. And then this is really a sweet picture. This was him and my husband, of course, at JB Park, and they were just kind of walking away, and I thought that was kind of a cute picture, so I took a shot. And I think that that's it for the book. And it takes me right up to the end. Of course, I wrote down notes and stuff for that. But I do have room for more notes and more pictures. And it's not completely full. It's close, but not completely full. And basically, it's a little tight, like I said, because once I added the pictures, it seemed to make it a little bit tighter, especially the pictures against the wall. But I wanted them against the wall because if I put them on the other walls, then you couldn't really see them through there. So it fits pretty good. You just kind of have to you know, it's snug, but I wanted as much room as possible for the photos. And you can see I got some pretty good sized photos in there. So it's a really nice size. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Oh, by the way, it has felt on the bottom. That's how I finished the bottom off. And it is going to go right from here. It's going to get its photo shoot for the video and for Pinterest. And then it is going upstairs, and I already have a spot waiting for it. So I hope you love this house as much as I do. Thank you to all of you who love my Tupelo. Let me tell you, you know, he's like the most loved dog, and I thank you for that. It means a lot to me. So I hope you guys will make one of these for your own dog or your own pet and have fun with it like I did. So I will see you soon. Bye-bye.